Hello, today we are here to teach you the basic defense of Wing Chun, which is a very effective and practical defense that you can easily use in fights. This defense is called closed fist in Wing Chun. One of the characteristics is that the elbow is bent and closed, and its height should be front of shoulder. The first point when using this defense is to identify the opponent's open arms. When two people face each other, the hands that are in the front of each other are called the open arms, and the hands that are behind them are called the crossed arms. At the same time as the opponents attack, we identify their open arms and strike from their hand so that our elbow is bent and facing inward to prevent the force of their punch from hitting our body. If our elbow joint is open and not bent, the opponent's punch will penetrate towards our body. To neutralize the opponent's force, we sit towards the side and move our body slightly to avoid their punch toward our open arms. All the technique you witness, their base was a closed fist defense that we talked about. At the first, the fist was used for defense and then other attacks were carried out. So let's go back to the technique point of this defense. For the first step, we visually perceive the opponent's hand and determine our corresponding hand. For the second step, by applying force to the outer part of the opponent's hand with our corresponding fist, we try to deflect their hand. Remember that remember that at this moment your elbow must be bent and direction towards the center of your body so that opponent fist cannot penetrate your body. If your elbow is bent outward, the opponent fist will penetrate your body. In case of too much force from the opponents, try to shift your way and sit towards the side. Because if you try to do this defense in a fixed position, your balance will be disrupted overall and you will become unbalanced backwards. So by sitting and emptying your body towards the sides in the direction of the hand you defense with, the opponents easily goes out and the more force and power they have, the more they are deflect outward. Another point in the difference between this defense in Wing Chun and other style, you may have seen this defense in other style where they use their fist to deflect the opponent's fist. But the important difference in Wing Chun is the direction and method of applying force to the opponents. In other style, this defense is done by applying force outward, which means that if we deflect the opponent's thrown punch outward, we open it up our body for their next strike, and the opponent's next strike will easily hit us if we do this. The main difference in Wing Chun is that the direction of our defense force is towards the inside of the opponent's body, not outward. In this way, not only does our body not become vulnerable to the opponent's next streak, but also the opponent's hand in somehow trapped, making much harder for them to streak back, even if they don't retreat. Moreover, due to the appropriate positioning of our hands in this defense position, we can easily defend against and the opponent's subsequent streaks. So the direction of our force and fist during defense should always be towards the opponent's body and not deviate from this path. Another point is the positioning of our backhand during this defense. Our backhand should be in front of the joint of our front hand and move with the movement of our front hand. So our hands should move together.